Hello boys and girls, Peon is back for another video, and today I'm going to pick my top 5 units in Bannerlord Online. Now take note that this video will only be applicable in Bannerlord Online and will not reflect on the effectiveness of units in both multiplayer and in single player. This will be based on my 400 hours experience in playing this mod, and this is solely my opinion, and you might have your own top 5 picks. Now if you want, you can write it down in the comments below. And if I don't put in a strong unit that you might know of, it just might be because I have very little experience with them. Okay, with all that said, let's begin with the top 5. Now for my top 5 unit, it will be the Aserai Veteran Infantry. It is arguably the most versatile heavy infantry in the game. They have weapons for just about any scenario. They have javelins, so they have really good skirmishing capabilities. They have large shields, which make them solid for a shield wall. And they're also good in close combat with their long cascara. On top of this, they are the only heavy infantry in the game that has 160 one-handed weapon skill, while most of the others have 130. They are also capable of fending off cavalry with their leaf spear. And with all that, that makes them a very versatile heavy infantry. They are slightly less armored compared to the Stygian heavy infantry, but they make up for it for their versatile kit. So why aren't they higher in the list then? The only reason that they are my top 5 instead of 4 is because it's just so hard to level them up. Aserai infantry have probably the worst tier 2 and 3 infantry in the game, and they have clubs as weapons which do very little damage. So before you go to tier 5, you will need to grind hard for them. It is so frustrating to level these guys up that other players started to call it the tier 2 hell of Aserai. Because there are only a few enemies in Aserai land right now, you will need to go back and forth in the map from fighting looters and recruiting new units to replenish those that died. Okay, so you might have already guessed my top 4, and it is the Stygian heavy infantry. So most of the good things that I said about the veteran Aserai infantry is also applicable to the Stygian heavy infantry. They have really good armor stats, which can absorb a few arrow shots. They also have large shields, which makes them very effective against forest bandits, which use mostly bows as their main weapon. They have javelins, which is a plus for their skirmishing capabilities. And they have a substantially better throwing skills compared to the Aserai veteran infantry, paired with a slightly better javelin weapon as well. These guys are also very easy to level up. Stygian tier 2 and tier 4 don't really have any glaring issues. Once you get an army of these guys, paired with ranged units, there is not a whole lot of things that can defeat these guys, plus they are just so heavily armored. The only issue I have with these guys is that they perform very badly against cavalry units. When we tested the desert update, which mostly had us fighting mounted enemies, my Stygian infantry had a hard time fighting them because they had no spears and they also have a very short axe as their main weapon. But for 90% of the time, these guys will do good. Now for my top 3, this will be given to the Aserai Horse Archer. So right now, Horse Archers in general are very strong in the mods meta. You can basically skirmish enemies to death without them even being able to catch up. Horse archers can win even when outnumbered, and you will see that you will rarely lose fights running a purely horse archer army. So for Aserai horse archers specifically, they have a very decent armor for a mounted unit. Their horses are the most heavily armored mount in the mod right now, and so they will rarely be dismounted. They can also double as an infantry as they have shields, and they can perform fairly well in hideouts, as they can skirmish the enemies and fight them with their swords and shields once they get close. They have a slightly better sword and bow compared to their Kusite counterpart, and as well as being very versatile. The reason it only got to top 3 is because, like the Aserai veteran infantry, it's really hard to level them up. Tier 3 and 4 of Aserai cavalry is also not good. I sometimes get a death or 2 from just fighting looters, even if my Aserai tier 3 cavalry have more than twice the number of units. My top 2 unit, which will also go to a horse archer, is the Kusite heavy horse archer. So again, in general, horse archers are very strong. What makes Kusite horse archers better than Aserai ones is that they have slightly better armor and they are really easy to level up. Kusite unit 3 is the only one that has access to mounted units in tier 2, and they're already horse archers, so they don't suffer from the same problems that other factions' horse archers have, which is being forced to fight in melee before having access to bows. They have a slightly less effective sword and bow compared to the Aserai horse archers, but it makes up for it for having 2 stacks of arrows, which help it to fill its pure horse archer role. Now, finally, for my top 1 unit, I am a bit biased with my choice, but I see a lot of players use this unit as well. And so I am led to believe that they are very good skirmishing units. And it is the Vlandian Sharpshooters. The reason I didn't choose the Imperial Sergeant crossbows is that their Vlandian counterparts have a slightly better crossbow, both in terms of damage and accuracy. They also have a better sword and a larger shield, which makes them a decent close combat infantry if in any case enemies get close to your skirmishing line. The Imperial crossbow sergeants only beat the sharpshooters in terms of body armor, but the sharpshooters have better head, arm, and leg armor. These guys are really nasty and can wipe enemies very fast. Put just a small shield wall in front of them, and these guys will have a field day wiping out 60 stacks after 60 stacks. These guys are also very easy to be acquired. Tier 2 to Tier 4 skirmisher units of Landia are all very decent, and they start off with crossbows immediately. I rarely get any deaths leveling up these guys, and so it saves you the hassle of replenishing dead recruits. And that's about it for the video. I'm highly interested with the units you guys considered as S tier, and please remember that this is only my opinion, and that it only applies to Bannerlord Online. My noon break is over, and so I need to finish the orc burrow that I'm building. See you guys!